Welcome back to Texas Top Homes, where home buying, selling, and financing are all simplified. I'm your host, Tracy Wiesman. With me is my co-host, Joe Healy. Today we're visiting with one of Texas' top realtors, Shayla Allen with Century 21 Judge Fite, the official real estate company of the Dallas Cowboys. Shayla, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you, Tracy and Joe.
So Shayla, in the real estate vertical, we find that a lot of real estate agents pinpoint one side of the transaction to work on. So do you primarily work with sellers or buyers, or do you work with both?
Well, I work by referral from family and friends mainly, and that brings me both, buyer and seller. And I even have a lot of relocation people who are just looking to lease because they've never been to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So they want to get in the area and feel it out before they buy. So I would say both equally and then some.
Definitely. I know, talking about the leases, like you mentioned, one thing that our listeners may not be totally knowledgeable about, but here in the state of Texas, when you get licensed as a real estate salesperson, it gives you a lot of avenues you can go. It's not strictly buying or selling real estate. You can help people with leasing. You can help with property management. You can help with commercial. There's a lot of avenues you can go down. So by you mentioning that you've helped some people with the leasing aspect because they're relocating, they're not really sure where they want to live. My family and I, we did that when we moved here. We came from the Midwest. We weren't sure where we wanted to live in the Metroplex, so we leased until we figured out where we wanted to be. But are you seeing more families do that on the relocation side, or are more of them just coming and buying right away?
I would say more of them are coming and buying just because it is a good market, and when you give them the options, they choose to buy. But with all of the new companies coming into town, that's what's bringing it all here. Definitely.
And I know on the leasing side, one thing I've heard and noticed is a lot of times with a relocation client, they're very tight on time frame, and getting that offer accepted and into a house sometimes doesn't work, so they're almost forced to lease because the timing hasn't worked out for them to buy a house.
That would be correct, as well as sometimes they have temporary housing and they only have a 30-day window, maybe max 60. But even then, how do you look at a whole area as big as Dallas-Fort Worth and decide where you're going to be in 30 days?
Take that 1-year lease, find somewhere, do it for 1 year, see if it fits, and if not, you have time to find something else.
And a lot of times we'll encourage them looking forward to the long-term goal. You're going to lease in an area where they think they want to be.
Sure.
So then, obviously, they can just buy right there and no changing schools for kids or whatever.
Great point.
They're still right there in the same area that they want.
Perfect. That makes sense. Shayla, if customers are interested in buying or selling with you, can you give us your website and phone number?
My phone number is 469-262-8545. My website, shayla.c21jf.us.